I'm out to chase money in case, clean up base. Got a convoy if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go. Got a convoy if you got it. Going live, could it a show? Got a convoy if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go. Got a convoy if you got it. Going live, could it a show? Feel the pace. Step on the deck. We need to stretch. Mama the truth, playing it cool. Wipe out the sweat.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Phillies. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Zach Plesac is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, if that last name sounds familiar, yep, it rings a bell. That's my nephew, Zach Plesac, on the mound right now. Right-hander can do just about everything. Terrific fielding pitcher. Might have the best right-handed pickoff move to first and second base in the game. Fields his position well, and oh, by the way, throws 94 to 96 with a good curveball and a changeup, but his best secondary pitch right now is a straight changeup.
This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Ambush style 0-0 coming unglued, first pitch of the game. Nice knock to the outfield.
So now to the plate, Tommy Pham, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Turn gone, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. The 1-1 misses low. Good take on the curveball there.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Driscoll at second. Pham on at first with nobody out. Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball 1-strike count.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around him?
And the count will be full. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Seared down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. The next 3-2. And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks on that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. In his career, Gallo is quickly approaching 200 career homers, looking to inch closer here. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. He'll throw home with it. They get the force at the plate. And in steps Manny Machado. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
First offering on its way.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
A ball and a strike now to Machado. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with it.
And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only one run scores on the sacrifice fly.
So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Ready with the 1-0. And it's belted high and deep into right center. A ball that's tarrying. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. Padres able to pick up one on a couple of hits. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number one. Padres lead it 1-0. Blake Snell will be the man on the mound for the Friars. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Now it'll be Joaquin Gaius. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First offering. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him. And to boot, the defense was on its heels.
Fouled off. Shin high. That's taken for a ball.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Willie Castro.
Next, here is Willie Castro. He also had 3 hits in the win last night. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor, standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. Castro leads off first with one away. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 2-1 home. And he pops it up. Long run for the right fielder, and no one will track it down. Here now the 2-2. Runner at first here, one man out. Still even at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch.
I don't even think I need to look in the dugout on this one. I think it's safe to assume he's going to be running. Too good a hitter at the plate not to think he's going to put the ball in play.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike three.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Pham finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. That'll bring up Austin Nola. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Austin Nola.
Now here's the pitch. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball two now. The 2-0.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. Now the 3-2 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Batting it, the second baseman, Starlin Castro.
So stepping in is Starlin Castro. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now here's the pitch.
No, that's down.
Padres an early 1-0 lead here in the second. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. High in the air out to center field. Dias is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Blake Snell. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The 1-0 home is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
The 2-1 home. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Well, you can see here, this has been a steady diet of off-speed pitches, and what has it gotten him? Not a whole lot, as he's fallen behind in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for route number 1.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Kyle Tucker. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He enters play here at 288, 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Two and 0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can forget about it. This ball is gone. A solo shot down the line in right. 4th home run here in the early going, and this ball game is tied at 1.
Well, this is something you don't see every day. It had the distance the second it left the bat, but it was anybody's guess whether it was going to be fair or foul. That is, until it clanked off the top of the foul pole. No question or controversy now. That's an impressive homer.
As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Previous history with Blake Snell, a handful of plate appearances, and he's gone 4 for 6. He also has 1 home run. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Three and 1 now as that misses down and in. Now the pitch. Change up too low. He walked him.
Batting 8th, the catcher.
Digging in next, JT Realmuto. He went deep last night twice. Now here's the first offering. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Has a look, now the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
In the dirt here. And a heads-up play to get back to first as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes. And history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
So now here is Zach Plesac looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And they do have him bunting with 1 away as he puts this one down. There's 1 on to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Stepping in once again is Joaquin Diaz. He bounced out last time up. First offering. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Count now a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knocks things up. We played 2, all even at 1 apiece. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Jerome Driscoll. The pitch. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Driscoll, a Dutch-born ball player, is a corner infielder, normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one.
Yeah, this guy's got sure hands. You know, sometimes I want to make this point. First basemen get a bad rap because everyone thinks they could just go over there and handle a bag, pick balls in the dirt. Not the case. First basemen cannot be more important to helping out not only the pitching staff when they want to throw over, but also taking errors away from their infielders.
Now here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Now batting, shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2 ball, 1 strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Pham's off and running. Pitch misses low. The throw down is right on the money, and Real Muto got him.
Well, it's pretty frigid out there, and I don't know the science behind it, but it seems pretty difficult to get to full speed when it's this cold. Hard to say, but maybe that had a little bit to do with that caught stealing.
2 out, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Dias able to track it down for the 3rd out. Nothing doing there for the Friars. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Digging in, the switch hitter, Willie Castro. He'll match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning.
Second baseman, Willie Castro.
First delivery to him. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Gallo moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Next up, Francisco Lindor struck out in his first at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Hit to first. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
That pitch is out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's lifted the other way out to left. On the move is Peterson. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side.